Yo, what up, Leo? What up? What up? You ready for a free $20, Leo? Let's see. Oh boy. Hang on. Oh, that's delayed a little bit. Okay. Cool. How? I think we want to just. I think the best way to do this. Like, I'm trying to get the chat over to my stream, but I think I might honestly just pull the tab over. No, because then I don't know real time what I'm looking at. Here. We'll just make like a really small tab. Because there we go. All right, cool. That works out. Bro said, yes, sir. All right, Leo, I'll get you in here. Yeah, there was like a couple other people that wanted to get in on this action. So, what you up to, Leo? Enjoy this ASMR of me eating carrots. YouTube not receiving enough. My ass. Ayo, baseball practice. Nice. Sick. I think we can like close that. Dope. That's where it's at. Tiring? Do they work you to the bone? What are you eating? See, you're eating, I'm eating, we're all eating. It's all a good time. Well, GB 1v1s on the stream? No, I am not. Let me close this. Oh, shit. Uh, Move down to play. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I was just going to do a review of the new, some guy got like top 8 at a regional recently with Odeon. So I was going to check that out. Also, Leo, how's the stream? Is it okay? Let me know. It's telling me the stream quality is like very poor, so there's probably some buffering thing that I'm not doing. With cash cards and Fiendsmith cards? Why? There's no need for that. Why would I play with cash and Fiendsmith? I don't think that's good. There's a lot of stuff that you like. You can throw stuff in it, but chat's delayed by a few seconds. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got the chat delay. Yeah. No worries on that. Okay, as long as stream's good, that's fine. I had like delayed normal, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Like here, before I don't know if anybody else is gonna come in, but you might be the winner to $20, Leo. We'll wait for like another 10 minutes. Let's see though. So can you see? Yeah, you should be able to see this. If I go stream settings, I wonder. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can see it's like low latency, but I can't change that right now. Like, oh, Ash Cutsam's here. What up? All right, we have one other person to actually go in the $20. The one and only Ash Ketchum. Just seeing some DB grind replays with those kind of lists and the clean. Yeah, I mean that's fair. So like, here's my list right now. Like I've seen some people mess around with it. Personally, I don't like it, but she got coffee. That's what's up. That's what's up. Coffee's the move. Coffee's the move. So here's my list. This is not included in that, but my list is, I will admit, a little bit cope, but I think I don't know. Like I like the raw. I ordered my Pharaoh's Rare raw, right? Like I'm gonna play raw in this deck regardless. Like because I love the be able to search temple. Temple searches this. This gets you raw, etc. Board wipe, right? I'm a fan of this lineup, and as well as this. And I think Ogre's really good. The thing is, like, I just don't think 3 cards for putting Fiendsmith and maybe sacking. Like, I could get Prosp, right? Like, called by. Like, I could put called by in there instead of Prosp, which I think right now would be better. Uh, but yeah, just like replacing them with Fiendsmith cards or something, I just think it's not as good. Like, I'd rather just have the talents came up clutch every time I had it. I think two of is actually fine. Like, if you, I think two of is good as an extender because if you draw, this or the field spell and this gets impermed, otherwise you're sort of SOL. But like, you have this, you have an extender, you can keep doing your regular plays. I don't know. My play style, has usually been like low to the ground, right? Like I like to keep it on the D low and just play like interaction for interaction. Don't want to like get in any too complex game states. So that's how I built mine. Like these alone can really hurt decks because you're not playing into tactics. So Ghost Ogre, yeah, yeah, for sure. Ash Ghost Ogre is good. Got to play Ash so good into Fiendsmith cards and is well positioned in every other deck. See, that's a good point, but like Purge for me acts as the Ash, right? Like Purge is essentially Suedo Ash, right? I got my QCRs. At least I think Brandon's getting me some QCRs. So like, yeah, it hits stuff, but for me, it's like, okay, Purge covers the adding that I can't hit with Imperm. Imperm covers everything on field for, Duo Drive, etc. Like, even these two both hit Duo Drive, right? This hits Duo Drive. I'm playing 8 cards that hit Duo Drive. And then, like, Nib, obviously, is just Nib. Nib is Nib, right? I think Nib is just solid. Uh, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sneaks in there. Yeah. Um, So, and like, yeah, Ash is good, but I just really felt like I didn't have the room for it. Like, if I wanted to, I suppose I could substitute these out for Ash, but the deck doesn't have any great ways to have removal. So, I felt this was good for an in-engine removal type. That being said, I wanted to go over this list too. This is the guy who got top 8 with the 43 card deck. He was playing, what is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 8, 15, 18. 18 non-engine at 43 with 2 small world, which is a lot. And he cut this down. He was able to search this. I think somebody commented on my post recently. It was him. Like, he ran the list, but I thought that was. I'll go over it later, but yeah. We will be starting the giveaway in 5 minutes, and then doing like kind of like deck review, meta review, that stuff. What was the other thing I was gonna do? Just YouTube right now. Oh yeah, my YouTube. So I was gonna go over some comments. How do I not have permission to view my own page? What the fuck is happening? Bruh. I got locked out of my own YouTube account. We're back in. We're back in it. Okay. So this comment was from Ash here. Phone bill, machine that's nice. More maybe top again. I have practice was like Mermail 2 decks. Yes. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much love. Appreciate you. More than one silhouette. Yes. I agree. Silhouette will probably go to 2. Silhouette will most likely go to 2. There's like 5 guys leagues ahead of this build on YouTube already. Must be Synergy of Temple Kings. Temple of the Kings, essentially a trap trick from the hand on a 3k body. It's not trap trick though, because you don't get to activate the trap that turn. Searchable with Gallant, use the Man of the Mark, Apophis Serpent. Yes, sure. Then link it off with Seeker for Rabbit. If you draw it, you use bodies for other links or search Nib. Oh my god. Wait, I just realized you could search Nib with that. Wait, okay, that's actually kind of crazy. Hang on. I mean, like, I don't agree with how rude this guy's being, but like, he's kind of right. Dangers is literally useless. You're not playing Ra, and why would you? Yes, I have Ra. Cross out and recalled by is essential to protect clear choke points, and all your extra slots are going towards drawing and searching, which we don't entirely need and plays heavily in. Clearly, this guy has been hit by Droll one too many times. He is scared of Droll. I wonder if this guy, honestly, I wonder if this guy is the guy who topped. No. Definitely not. Anyways. Some of what this guy is saying is true. I'll give him that. Extra slots go into the drawing and searching. Yes, we do need to draw because sometimes you die to one hand trap. I cut a lot of it and play more ways to protect defense and more hand traps. The fusion spell is niche, maybe good for a budget side. In main, you contact Fuse for Serpent Fusion. That's about it. Circuit Fusion is crazy niche, not a good main staple option. Verdict in main, because it's 80% the time, never a brick. And you can set it off Lord Heavenly Prison. It's a better Solemn Judgment that's searchable. Why wouldn't you? What? What? Okay. Oh, first of all, it's not a better Solemn Judgment. The fuck? It's okay, sure, it's searchable, but it doesn't negate a summon, and you need to have 3 other spells traps to actually activate it. Second. Third, like, it's a spell trap negate. It's not a monster negate, or it's like a summon, right? Like, Judgment actually negates a summon. Judgment is way better than that card. Like, a lot of his points are really weird. He's saying, like, it's 3 cards that he's making an argument for, and this guy's list was 5 cards, right? So, all right. Like, hypothetically, if I got rid of, and I'm making an argument to keep these 3 cards in. I don't really care what he says. Like, these 3 cards, if I were to replace them for the Lord of Heavenly Prison, the Verdict, which I don't have in my side right now, but I do have in there, right? like I don't know. I might not play Ghost Reaper, but Ghost Reaper's really good into uh Ryzeal, right? So like Verdict in the main, so you need to control 3 or more spells or traps. And Lord, like playing one of him. Where did the other guy go? Hang on a second. I forget his name. There's like a rank 4 that you search. What did he say? Dangers. 2 more replies. Oh, wait. Am I missing something? I am missing something. Hang on. Swamp Mirror, Featherstorm, No Perulia, Verdict in the main. Dangers, Fusion Humanitarian. Oh wait, it was earlier on this post is what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. By the way, if anybody else is here, comment something so I can enter you into the giveaway. If you want 20 free bucks. Lucky winner will be Venmo 20 bucks for me. Right. Yeah, I totally agree, Leo. I totally agree. That 100% is how decks should be played. Here you go. So this guy, Galliant, that's the name of the card. Galliant was something I actually was interested in playing. And you know what's funny about this card is if I take that out and I put Gallant in, right, like in Chrysler builds, I've made cut all the fluff to play more non-engine has worked way better. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Galliant Granite, and I think I've got him in my list. But the neat part about Galliant Granite is like searching Nib, right? I like 2 Testers and 3 Peristotle, but let me play 3 more Ogre. Oh yeah, I don't know Crystron's too much, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, because I think Ogre is really good. I'm gonna do like another tier list, like post ban list. I'll probably do a video on that too. But yeah, I think Ogre is gonna be really well positioned. Yeah, it's just like you want to make your deck more streamlined, right? Like you want to have the engine do things that can get you everywhere, right? Like this, sure, you make the Gallant Granite to this. I haven't done any combos with it yet, though. We'll do that after. Yeah, Gallant Granite. Like you can search this, and then this protects your back row, so you don't have to waste this on like negating their board. Like that makes sense. The problem I have with not playing 2 Serket is because you can't, to my knowledge, you can't recur it. Like there's no reborn for Merciless Scorpion of Serket. So like if you go for it in your turn 1 combo, you're not getting it back, right? Like unless I'm missing something. Let's go from here in the grave. Where's the shuffle? That are Temple King's inner traps. Yeah, so you can't shuffle back with that. So like, but that being said, this is played at 2 because I'm playing this package, right? So it's because I use this going second on the crackback. Like, I'll go over the combo in a second, but there's different ways to play this deck, which is really cool. It's the way that he plays it, which is like, 3 more hand traps, which might be the better way, it might not. I've never bricked really. I think this is weird to play in the main. Like, I guess, does this set any trap? Yeah, so it wouldn't spell trap. So, oh, I understand his argument now. Temple of the Kings, you can activate the turn it's set. I see. So, so combo probably is you like normal Man with the Mark. You try to see Temple. Like you get the Temple as fast as possible. You like get to this, you set this, You're under like 3 summons. Your 4th summon probably is your Rabbit. Rabbit sets Anguish Pattern. Or sorry, you make your Gallant. Gallant searches Lord. Gallant link off into with something else into Rabbit. Rabbit sets this. Then you have like 2 set. I don't know. See, I don't know if you get to reborn. I don't know. I haven't been through the combo yet. You might not get to reborn, but as long as you have 2 of their spells traps, I guess you're protected from back row. You have a pop, and like you get this, right? Is that right? Then you spell trap negation, and then you get a board wipe. Yeah, that could be worth looking into. I'll say that. So what? If I played that, I'd have to get rid of probably 1 circuit. Right? Like Dangerous becomes not being able to be searched, but like I still do like playing the pot. I think Extrav is, yeah. We'll get into that later. Anyway, I do like where that route's going, but I I know Raw's a little cope, but I like Raw way too much, especially with this card. I think is still underrated. People don't like it, but I like it because you can search it, and then you can get into the new fusion, which I have OTK'd like every time with this new fusion. It's so good. I like it. Okay, so where are we at here? Real names. Yeah, exactly. And like I'm not gonna not play Raw. Like I still do want to play Raw, but there's probably, I mean, does a 45 deck count hurt if I'm at a clean 40 and I just throw like, I don't know, maybe I throw another Temple of Kings in there. I don't play Small World, but maybe I just play, like I know Small World can bridge into Engine. Like I was seeing that too. But maybe I just play, 5 more cards and include the Engine in there, or something along those lines. So all right, anyways, I think we have 3 viewers in here, so like, whoever else is in here doesn't chat in the next minute, I guess you're not getting the $20. So but we will do another one. Well, we will do another giveaway for the next vid that hits a K. As promised. All right. It's been a minute. Let's do this thing. Let's pop this sucker. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. Leo is the winner. Congrats, Leo, buddy. Hit me up on Discord, and I'll send you $20. Am I making money? No, not yet. I don't have enough watch hours. I need like, I think 400 more watch hours in order to start doing the whole ad thing. But after we get to the ad thing, we will be doing our subscriber badges. So we'll get to do some like, I get to help with deck profiles and deck building and all that. So yeah. Leo, congrats. Ash, till next time. We will be having more, so don't worry. Hopefully plenty more, knock on wood, of 1K. So there'll be plenty more chances for that. So congrats, Leo. Don't forget to hit me up. Let's get into this Odeon. I had a channel with over 1K sub, only had like 500K. Yep. It's tough. It's not easy. It definitely requires a lot of patience, but we're almost there. So we're grinding, dude. We're grinding. All right, let's Let's give this a listen. Guys, he's poor. He doesn't have the CRs. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, it's the Gaizo guy. Yeah. I didn't subscribe to him, but yeah, Gaizo. That I thought was. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, hang on. You guys can't hear it? One sec. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. If we go video, window capture device, properties. Oh, wait, no. I think we have to go. It should be under desktop audio, right? Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Try now. You should be able to hear that, right? Or maybe it's because I have inputs. Oh, that's why. Ha! I lied. There you go. Ah, I had desktop audio on mute. Okay. Fixed.
And to round out our starters, we play Terraforming, to Small World, which any hand trap can get you to either Anubis or the Man with the Mark. So you can start your combos, and we play one.
So that's interesting. So he plays pot as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. So like his Small World list, you can get. So Small World, yeah, Small World goes Ghost Ogre. I think you can't go into Vecta, but you can go Ghost Ogre into Nib. Into it's a level 11, right? But you can still go into this Anubis because it's a 3K, which is crazy. Small World kind of crazy in this deck, not gonna lie. Especially with this lineup. If you go Parelia, there's Parelia, like you can go Parelia 4, right? Parelia 4 into Earth, right? Okay. All right. That's something. You know, I could see me maybe throwing more of this list together, especially if I pick up Galliant. We got Naruto OST in the BG. Yeah. Oh, you understand. It's Village Hidden in the Rain, you know. All right.
Pot of Prosperity for safety.
Good.
For the rest of the Odeon engine, I played one Merciless Scorpion of Circuit. This is I felt in the combo a really important extender. It's usually what gets you to Temple of the Kings, because Man with the Mark wants to search the field spell. If you already have the field spell, you might want to search Temple of the Kings with Man, but it's also better to search Verdict of Anubis a lot of times, which is another card we play.
Tell the people at home what Verdict of Anubis does, because this card is kind of crazy.
So Verdict of Anubis says that when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, while I have 3 or more other spells or traps, I can negate it, the activation, and then if I control Temple of the Kings, I can just Raigeki their board and deal half the total attack to them as damage.
How many times did you resolve this card today?
I lost count, but this card was game determinative a lot of times.
Insane.
The crazy thing about this card is that because people all the time know you have it, they will funnel themselves away from playing into it until they don't have a choice, and when they don't have a choice, you flip it and you win the game.
Crazy, love it.
We also play 2 Temple of the Kings.
2.
I was on a 1 for a long time in testing, and I eventually decided to play 2. There's multiple reasons. The main one is I know this local has a lot of Kashtira players, and they didn't want Riseheart sniping my only copy. But also, people will, who catch on to what you're doing will try to SP this card away, and having a second one in the pocket is really good. Plus, opening it isn't bad. It means you don't need to waste a search on it. You can search Verdict of Anubis instead.
That's a good point. It's not bad.
For the Apophis traps, I played 2 Apophis the Serpent.
So what does this card do?
This card, you can special summon it as a trap monster, and then immediately set an Apophis trap from your deck, and you can use it the same turn, but you cannot set Apophis the Serpent. So the main thing you're setting is this bad boy wins me every game ever.
Okay. At least we agree that it's
Desiree,
3.
basically, right?
Yes, this card, when you activate it, it summons itself, then negates up to the number of other continuous traps you control.
So it's minimum 1.
Well, it's minimum 1 if you summon with Apophis the Serpent. It doesn't count itself.
It doesn't count itself. Okay.
I also played 1 of the Brick,
Reading
embodiment
the
of
card
Apophis.
explains
So why do you play this?
It's part of the combo. The idea is that because I play this bad boy, Statue of Anguish pattern, embodiment of Apophis presents another pop in your end board, which means more interactions, which means your opponent has a harder time playing through it. The best card in my combo, and the card I cooked this entire deck around, is Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
Woo! What does it do?
Lord of the Heavenly Prison says that you can reveal it to ensure that all your set cards cannot be destroyed while it's revealed. And then you can't use both its effects in the same turn. If a face-down card, like a set card, is activated, you can special summon it. Then if it was revealed, you may set another spell or trap directly from your deck, any spell or trap.
And combined with
Temple of the Kings, this means you can set any trap in your deck and immediately use it in that turn.
Nice.
Then I just played a bunch of hand traps. I played
It makes sense now.
3 Nibiru,
It makes sense now.
3 Ash, 3 Purulia, which actually did come up a few times in my games.
I was
3 Valor.
wondering why he used such weird ratios in his side, but now it makes sense. You can set any one of these. It can be activated that turn. It's so crazy, actually. So, like, I'm assuming he teched against Malice. He probably went like 1 Imperial Iron Wall and 3 Lancia and sided out. Like, probably, I'm guessing 3 Valor and 1, maybe like 1 Nib, or maybe he took the 3. If going first, I guess 3 Pirellia and maybe like 1 Ogre, 1 Valor. So that ratio makes sense all of a sudden. Being able to just set any God, that's so nasty. That's so good for playing, like saving space in your side deck. I like it. I'm gonna be honest. I like it.
3 Ogre and 3 Imperm.
Nice. Any changes you would have made to the main deck?
Like I said, I'm considering cutting Temple of the Kings back to 1. The question really is like, how much do I respect Kashtira, and also how much
I would respect
you.
Exactly, and also how much do I care if they get rid of it? Because if I'm already set up, I generally don't need it anymore. But it was nice to have the second one for sure.
Nice.
I also might cut Apophis the Swap Deity to 2. The third one did come up today and won me the game.
I wouldn't.
And it can, in the grind game, you really want the third one, but you generally don't want to reach the grind game because this deck is actually more explosive than it appears.
Okay, wait, but one thing we haven't talked about is the only non-Apophis continuous trap in the main.
That's right. Statue of Anguish pattern is basically
Buyout.
is insane.
Yeah, I
It
got
basically
2.
says that
I got my 2
you can
copies.
special summon it as an effect monster with 2,500 defense. It's a big boy. It cannot be targeted, if I remember correctly. While
Yeah.
I control another trap card that is a monster, yes. This wasn't relevant today. And also, anytime you special a trap monster, you can target a card on the field and destroy it. And this
Yes, Leo, you can play Argo Stars. To make like a continuous pile deck, I guess. But like I've seen it been played. Like you can play like Argo Stars versus Vernasulif, Versenilif. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce that. Versenilif, Odeon. Like I've seen piles where they make all 3. Yeah. It's possible, especially with how easy you can get to, Rabbit. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I'd rather just play Odeon pure. But like the good variation I have seen though, however, is I have seen Eldritch Odeon. Eldritch Odeon is a thing, right? Eldritch Odeon, like it obviously synergizes with the continuous traps, right? So it's that's got potential as well, you know. It's I don't know because it's TCG exclusive, so we don't know if it's seen any like tops or anything like that. But so far, it seems like the deck list is pretty solid.
This isn't once per turn, so this means that you can trigger this multiple times, even multiple times in a chain if you summon multiple trap monsters separately in a chain.
Yeah,
so guys,
possible,
you see, this is
I personally just don't think it's necessary, but
you basically have Ryzeal Fiends with you.
Yeah, if you go first.
Okay, nice. Let's go to the extra deck.
All right, let me just.
That's the main deck.
How many cards in?
So he's going 43 with the main deck. So like, I guess it's interesting that he main decked this, but honestly, it makes sense. Like looking at it, he didn't mention how he searched it, but it totally makes sense making that. So I'm really honestly just wondering. I guess the small world's there for consistency. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So if I played the same list, I'd probably cut. Wait, what is Purge? This is Dark Water Fire. So my list would probably be like cut the Ash, cut the Purelia, play. Cut the Ash, cut the Purelia. So instead of the Ash, it's the Purge. And then we're down 3 at 40, which is kind of where we're at. I would have to cut 1 Surcat and then the Raw package, right? Which would be the Surcat and the 2 Small Worlds. Which, I mean, he already was playing that as well, along with that, so. It's not impossible to test that out, so we'll try that at locals this week.
The main.
43. It's 40 plus 3 Purulia.
40 plus 3 Purulia.
I decided that my worst matchup was Ryzeal, which I did not actually play today.
Nice.
And I wanted to respect Ryzeal as much as possible.
Bruh. You know, I got so excited to see this guy's deck profile, and then he had to go and say that. He had to go and say that. Why? God bless. I mean, it is a small regional, but like, all right, I'll rewind it in case you guys don't know what I'm talking
Decided
about.
that my worst matchup was Ryzeal, which I did not actually play today.
Nice.
And I wanted to respect Ryzeal as much as possible, which means I need to draw the Imperm for the Slayer for the Detonator, which means I want Purulia.
Right.
Okay, so for the extra deck, we play the best boy,
The boy.
2 Silhouette Rabbit.
Let's go. Got an ultimate rare, especially for Radao. What does this card do?
This card, when it's link summoned, you can set a continuous trap that summons itself as a monster from your deck, and then you can't use it as a link material that turn. Also, if you summon a trap monster, you can pop a spell trap your opponent controls.
So it essentially can get to your Apophis stuff.
Yes, but more importantly, it gets to Statue of Anguish
It gets to
pattern.
Anguish, right. Because it's not searchable, except for Lord, I guess, but yeah.
We also play 1 Gallant Granite to search the Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
Okay.
And as part of the engine, we play 2.
Hold up. Yo, Prismatic Secret's only $3. Let's go. Holy shit. Look at that drop. That's probably just from the regional. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, that's getting added to my freaking thing.
Divine Serpent Apophis. This card on your second turn, basically the third turn of the duel if you're first, just wins you the game immediately.
Does that exist in Yu-Gi-Oh?
It existed for me today, every round almost.
What does it do? Why does it win the game?
You can contact fuse it with any 2 Apophis monsters, and then once per turn it can set up to 3 Apophis traps with different names from your graveyard. And if you summon a trap monster once per turn, it can destroy a card by just like.
So it's essentially like additional Silhouette Rabbit.
It's like another Anguish pattern, but it's only once per turn.
Okay. So Silhouette Rabbit, like I said.
All the Apophis monsters are normal monsters, so we play 2 Link Spider and an SP so that we can remove some sticky things. Obviously, 2 of them are level 4, so we play a Redoer, which came up and was clutch in my last game. It just won me the game. We play 1 Typhon for sticky situations. Typhon let me basically somewhat play around the Zeus for a little bit. I also play the Zeus, just in case. We play one very niche card, I might cut it, Constellar Autonomy M7. You can make this with Circuit plus the level 6 Apophis, a Swamp Deity, and recycle your Lord of the Heavenly Prison, recycle hand traps. It's not bad, and obviously it can go into Zeus, and we play the 3 Ultimate Slayer targets.
Sick. Any changes to the extra?
I was really flip-flopping on the second Apophis.
I like the Ultimate Slayer package because you don't really need your extra deck a ton in this. Like there's obviously targets, but see the problem I have a lot with this deck is like not the problem with the deck. The problem I have with the deck list is the fact that I get that he's saying this is clutch, and yeah, it's a bounce. Well, not really a bounce. It's a top deck replaced, right? Like not shuffle, but top deck. The issue mainly for me is just you're having these 2 level 4s that are out. Like I guess if you have this and this, it's fine. This is technically a level 4. So yes, you can make that right away, but I feel like in my testing, you've been summoning this out and you have Man of the Mark and you have Apophis on, right? And you've set this level 6. Or this, right? Or level 4. So, you have 2 monsters, you have 2 bodies on board. You can special summon a 3rd one to get your link. But if you overlay into this and it gets impermed, or you overlay into this, sure you have a interaction in your opponent's turn, but let's just say you overlay into that. This gets impermed or veilered or whatever. And then you've got what? You special this or whatever you set. You link those because they're normal, so you have to link one off first. You're already playing into Nib, right? So you're what are you at? 5 summons? So assuming you go normal, effect to set, and then you set one other mystery one. You go effect, right? So you set the Apophis trap. Monster Dimension Silver Kings, right? So you have to your only search off of this is Merciless. So then your Merciless banishes specials. Merciless is the one that gets you Temple. I guess you're baiting interaction. If you do that first. If you're able to get that, but you don't special that unless you have Kings first, which is the weird part. So by the time you get Kings, you activate Kings, you special. If they've held their hand trap for that long and they're saving it for that, fine. I guess then you just link off into Link Spider, link off into Silhouette Rabbit. Silhouette sets this. And what are you left with? You're left with, if you set this instead of that, you're left with, what? Apophis plus this set and Silhouette Rabbit with a hand trap? Personally, I don't like that. I get there's interaction you're baiting. Personally, I would rather just have, I would rather just make the fusion on 4th summon, and if they have an imperm, they have an imperm. Okay, fine, better have it. I'm setting, I'll have enough interruption, 2 to 3 interruptions to survive and then live the next turn. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of.
I might cut it for something else.
Maybe
my
eyes
else I
will
was
be
really happy with.
Revelation.
Do you think you were missing maybe
show itself,
a rank
but
4
not
that could clutch a situation because there's so many that are good?
There are a ton that are good, but I think Redoer is just insane.
Okay, let's go to
the side deck, and then I'll talk about the combo.
How many cards in the extra deck?
I think 15.
I hope so.
Okay, so my side deck is pretty much a war crime. First of all, for Malice, which I met twice today, I have 3 Lancia. I didn't draw it once against Malice.
Yep. Good.
We play 3 Droll because I respected both Mermail and Tachyon FTK. I didn't want to lose to those decks, but I did lose to Mermail today.
Womp womp.
Yes, sir. Harpy's Feather Duster and 2 Lightning Storm for Blue Eyes and other back row decks. 3 Ultimate Slayer because, like I said, I really respect Ryzeal. It's the toughest matchup because Detonator just...
I think these cards, this group of cards, is the strongest going second cards right now.
3 Ultimate Slayer because, like I said, I really respect Ryzeal. It's the toughest matchup because Detonator just destroys your back row. and the 3 silver bullets to get off of Lord of the Heavenly Prison post side. For Malice, we have Imperial Iron Wall,
Dun, dun, dun.
which will stay permanently because Lord of the Heavenly Prison cannot banish it during the next end phase because cards cannot be banished. For almost everything else, different dimension ground, and also for Rise Zero Dimensional Barrier.
Okay, sick. You want to show us the combo?
Yes, sure.
So basically, what is it, like a 1-card combo?
Yes, any of the starters basically gets you to the full combo, if uninterrupted, obviously, and then you can sometimes extend through it.
All right.
That's a big
So
if.
this is a world first combo. I think Jared was going to make a video about it, but hopefully we beat him to it.
Okay.
He doesn't know the goo yet.
So let's say you open Anubis, the Last Judge.
Yes,
You go Anubis, he adds man with the mark,
the man.
you normal the man, search the field spell. Activate the field spell, set, and Apophis trap. Now, it's technically a 1.5 because you need anything else to set. So
Yes.
let's say you find have a prosperity, you set it. Now you can search a monster with Treasures of the Kings.
So that's a monster that
why I
mentions
played
Temple of the
first.
Kings?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will get Circuit. You summon Circuit
Why I
by banishing a level 10 that isn't Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
No, but we play...
Nibiru
Ten of
is a
Fire,
classic.
And searchable with Gallant Granite.
That's
if you need
true.
to.
Circuit will search Temple of the Kings.
Based.
So, if you guys are watching, if you're playing against the stack, that's the spot to hit, for sure. Because you're essentially, when you imperm the circuit, you're putting them on better have Temple of Kings, or else they can't use those 2 in the back or they just set, and their combo dies. So, imperm Valor on the circuit, 100% the place to hit it. Yeah, I mean that's it, right? That's all there is to say about that. They can't do anything about it. Like if you imper me and I summon circuit, I get a circuit effect. Like, okay, I link off into rabbit and I set, but like sure, like there's some interaction. Don't get me wrong, there's some interaction there, like after it, but it's definitely not ideal for what the combo is. You'll see.
You activate Temple. You flip Apophis the Servant because you can use 1 trap per turn. The turn is set.
Testing.
That's because of Temple of the Kings.
Test-
Yep. You set Apophis the Swamp Deity. You overlay these 2 for Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite detaches Apophis to search for Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Then Apophis will search Embodiment of Apophis.
Yeah, and that's the graveyard effect of this card.
So you
When
chain
it's in the
block.
grave.
Yep.
This is like plus infinity.
And then you link these 2 into the Good Boy Silhouette Rabbit. Silhouette Rabbit's effect activates. You
It is
set
plus
Statue of
infinity.
Anguish pattern. And that's pretty much it. You set Embodiment of Apophis. You activate Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And you end on this. And
So essentially, once you activate any trap,
yes,
you can-
so
you can
let's say
drop
your opponent passes turn. A lot of the time, I would just flip this in its draw phase. It summons itself. Lord will trigger. I will summon it. And then I can set any trap for my deck. Game 1, I usually set the Verdict of Anubis.
and essentially because of Temple of the Kings, you can activate it this turn.
Yes.
It can also be any silver bullet. It could be Judgment. Guys, it's not like Labyrinth where it's only
Normal traps.
spells.
It could
No,
be any
bet
trap in the
Ash.
game.
Any trap in the game.
Yes, I was on Judgment for a very long time in the side, and I decided to cut it in the end.
So you got pop. You got like 3 more pops. You got like an Omni negate.
So
spell negate.
let's just look. We have this is a negate, which will trigger this to pop. This is a pop off of this. It can also trigger this to pop. And if this trap is anything, if it says anything, it's another interruption. Plus you have the Omni, the spell and trap negate Verdict of Anubis that the Regek is your opponent.
Incredible. Congratulations doing it. We always believed in you. You're the GOAT. Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to David and Tommy for lending me all the goddamn cards that came out 2 days ago. And shout out to Gal and everyone in the Discord server for helping me test the deck for the last 2 weeks. And
And I got.
a shout out to Agat, who's the love of my.
These comments are hilarious. So that's the list. Leo, have you messaged me on Discord yet? Message me on Discord. I owe you $20. All right, so now that we know that combo, it's gonna be interesting. So, Soul Drain, like a little more diverse than the other one. Soul Drain can be played at 1 now. Verdict, I still think belongs as a side deck. I still think that because it's a counter trap. It's a trap card. It doesn't do anything. Like, I guess turn 2 sort of maybe, right? Like if they let you set it off of Temple, like it does something. This is cope for me. Ancient Chant. This is like my little going second thing, right? Like side in 2 thrust, 1 Ancient Chant, search this, normal it, boom, right? Like you do funny things. So, you know, I'm thinking he's got Small World. I've got Gallant in my extra deck. So I think I have 1 QCR Small World somewhere. I think it's in my Ice Barrier deck. Small World. And we got some annoying ass kids outside, bro. Small World. He's playing 3 of that. He's not playing that. What was the other one? Effect Veiler. Oh, I'm not even typing anything in right now. It pays to get an education, kids. He was not playing this, right? He wasn't playing his drawing cards, which I thought was interesting. He didn't have access code in there. So I could put another rabbit. Right? All right, help me with this, guys. What do you think? What do you think? I think we go... Like, are these cards cope? I don't know. I really like playing him. And using this actually has come up. Like, going second, this is so helpful. Especially this. Like, if I get to Surcat and banish that. So he's going over for more hand trap, stopping your opponent rather than consistency in the deck. But I guess Small World kind of fixes that with all the hand traps, right? Isn't that the idea? And you're not getting rid of your options in the extra deck, so... So let's say we do this, right? So we can still play lights because of Purge. So we go Imperm, Purge, Nib, Veiler. That's 12. 14 with Ghost Ogre. And we're at 43. Which is kind of his list, right? And we're just playing this package instead of Ash. So, oh well, I guess I'm playing a Tactics and he's not, but... This list is looking pretty spicy here. I'm kind of digging it. And I mean, like, he's swapping this for the, I think, Verdict, but I think Verdict is still side deck. Like, yeah, you can set Verdict turn 1 if you win the dice roll, but you can also set anything else. Like, he wasn't playing Azaroon, which I thought was interesting. Like, it's a judgment, right? But I guess you're not taking up space by using Verdict. So that's possibly better. I guess either way, it's the same. If you see a bunch of spells or traps, it's better doing it that way. So we have 3 in the extra deck. Now that I see the vision, I'm curious if we can side. And yes, I'm coping. I'm keeping the Ancient Chant on the side. Just relax for now. I think in the side we throw like Dimensional Barrier still. Right? You throw Dimensional Barrier. You throw Different Dimension Ground. Right? And then maybe like... Oh, that's the other thing. He's just playing Parelia in the main. Which I thought was interesting. Instead of Fulos. Oh yeah, I guess it stops a lot of those decks. But Fulos hits... You get 1 draw, I guess, versus... Depends on what they make, right? Like, depends on what they start with. But I guess you could get 1 to 2 draws. Fulos still stops them. So... The level 4 is the reason. But I wonder why Fua doesn't work with the other ones. So he goes like Small World, right? He goes Small World. Fua has 100, 600, Winged Beast, Wind. Why doesn't Wind work or Winged Beast? Can it be the same, I wonder? So if it's level 4, Winged Beast, 100, 600. Winged Beast. Level 4, Earth, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that should work. So if we want to throw Fua in the main, what do we do? I don't think you can get away with it in this deck playing so much non-engine. I think what has to happen, at least in the main deck, is Thrust. Like, Thrust is an option. Thrust is an option. You just set Purge or Impulse, which is kind of neat. You know, if they hand trap you at that choke point, and you go Thrust, set another interruption, could be good. Yeah, at this point, honestly, this is like, it pains me to say it, but like, Winged Dragon of Ra is kind of not. Like, if we're looking streamline wise, it's not the best option. But we could just take out hand traps and still have the same list, guys. Like, there, we fixed it. Right? We fixed it. We put the package in while keeping our non-engine and our Winged Dragon of Ra package. 369, 11 hand traps, no Parelia. No, I guess like Ghost Reaper would be the extra one, right? But like Reaper is, in my opinion, really helpful against Ryzeal. But you could also replace this with a, you know, I don't know, like a Ultimate Slayer like you did, right? This is more of like a techie thing for me. Like, this is like, okay, if I'm seeing this against Ryzeal, I'm winning type of thing. So like Blue Eyes, maybe not quite as necessary. I don't know if you guys know how often Blue Eyes players get the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. I know it's what they usually go into to start. Activation. What if I can contribute the synchro card, special Moonlight Dragon synchro for next time, except but destroy it? Oh, during the end phase of this. Oh, so it would have gotten destroyed during that end phase, I guess. So, like, ripping it, you don't get access to the big guy. I think this is a solid list. I really do. The only thing you can mess with is these, but you know, it's just because I'm playing the raw package. If you really wanted to, you could mess around and play 3 more hand traps like Valor, but let's see. Let's see what we can do here real quick. So if we go real quick test hand. Okay, so not bad. This is actually a good hand. So we're probably going to lead off with Man. You go Man Effect. I mean, if it gets impermed, whatever, you have Extender. You have the 2-card Extender. So you go Man Effect searches this. This activates, you set, since you already have Apophis, you're going to search, or you're going to set the Swamp Deity. And then you're going to activate, you're going to set this. And since you have 2 set, you get to search him. You get to special him by banishing Ra from your deck. And then you can use his effect. You get to search out Temple, which you already have. So at this point, like, since you already have Temple and Verdict, I think this is only a spell, right? Yeah, Temple of the Kings or 1 spell that mentions it. So this is where I'd normally add this. This is for follow-up. And then you've got options, right? So you activate the Temple. And then, I think if I remember correctly, he didn't go into that after that.
4.
I'm just
Gallant Granite.
Yeah, he did. So he did have it on field. So like, you'd special this, right? You'd set the other one. Set the other one, and then you'd overlay for the Gallant Granite. Gallant Granite. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Rosa 2300 attack. That's actually beefy. And then you detach. You go detach that as cost to search, and then you go new chain effect. That's how that would work. So like here, right? You search that, and then new chain. You go effect to search, and then you can link these two off like he did for the rabbit. And this is assuming you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's neat actually, because at that point it doesn't even matter if they nib here. So you go rabbit effect because you don't really need the rabbit. It's just it's an extra bonus, right? So you go anguish pattern. Is this mandatory? No, it's optional. Great. Sick. So what are we going to do here? We're going to probably set this, I imagine. It's unfortunate. Because we get called by 2. That's kind of a nutty hand. Like, this is really it. So you just, like, have that stayed revealed. Yeah. And you've got your chain link, your draw phase. You go effect. You set the, like, living entry. You set your 3rd imperm. And then you have 3 pops, 3 negates, and an omni. So like 7, 8 with that, 8 interruptions. On top of that, having this set the other one. It's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I kind of like that. We need our Gallant Granite ASAP though. I'm hitting up my local guy for that. That's nutty. That's nutty. And then obviously, like, follow up, you can just go right. Like, let's say, like, for however they did it, right? Let's say they got through this, they got through that, they got through that. Like, you have one here. All right, let's say like this is that's your board, and they like end on like, I don't know, if they're playing Blue Eyes, they end on something. Well, interesting thing you can do after this. You can set this. You can go effect because you have trap in your grave. This is where playing 2 comes in handy, in my opinion. You add this to hand, and then you can special summon this. You can use the effect to bait. And I do say bait because you already have Defense of the Temple in your hand. If you don't, then you had to search the temple, which most likely is going to be your what you're going to be doing most of the time. You just search this out, right? And then they have like a body on board that's less than 2,500. You super poly that away. Okay. And you super poly that away for Divine Scorpion Beast of Serket. And guess what? On summon effect banish. So you have 1 removed from the super poly and a banish in their grave for like other interaction. And it can attack twice. This is essentially a 6k body attacking them on top of like a 3k and a 2k. So you have game even if they block one of these. Obviously, if they block that, you don't have game. But still, like, you can just special this, right? What is that? 3k, 2k, that's 5k, that's 55 or 56. Yeah, I mean, like, if you really want to, I guess, yeah, that'd be better. Like, you're going into nib at this point, but if you have an open board state and they have 1 in hand, you're just going to attack for game anyways. But, like, yeah, you're popping off regardless at this point. I like that. I don't think you don't have to play raw still. I'm still going to play raw because I enjoy it. Verdict is interesting in the main, though, because, like, hands like this, for example, right? Is this 2 other? Yeah, you have to control 3 or more other spells or traps. So at this point, if this gets ashed, it's a dead card, right? I wonder if this is. Oh, it's just in general, so you can use that as race in the field. Cool. Yeah. So like it's like hands like this, right? Where you gotta like set 3. Right. You gotta set 3 and pass, and this will get you your imperm. Which I guess technically it's not dead. That's interesting. That gives you 2. Okay. I see the vision. All right. So it's not dead. You get your this is live then, yeah. So you get essentially get imperm, ogre, a kind of an omni, and a kind of an omni, and board wipe, and yeah. I think that's what he did. A lot of test hands. He probably realized that like having it wasn't as bad. Or like even this hand that feels weird, like going second, it's actually pretty good. You go if a set card, you can only use 1 effect. Yeah, so you can go effect, reveal. Yeah, so let's go until the end of your opponent's turn. Right, so you can go like reveal, I guess. And just set all like set 2. Right. These can't be popped. You such a special summon this one, so you get 2 interruptions. Plus 2, 3. 3 interruptions, 4, 5. Like I guess it's interesting because when you look at some of these hands, it's like even if you're not getting an engine, the funny part is you're still getting out like 6 interruptions, which is funny. Yeah. All right, one more test hand, guys, and then I'll let you go. All right. Verdict, dangers, so starter, bait, playing into whatever, normal. Yeah, this isn't the greatest hand, but that's probably because we're playing dangers, let's be honest. We bottom deck this and draw 1. It becomes still not as good. So, interesting. All right. Well, that's going to be it for the stream, guys. I appreciate any of you who have been tuning in. And, yeah, peace out. Leo, Ash, both of you guys have been sticking around for the whole time. Have a good rest of your night. Catch your Z's, get some good sleep, and yeah, we'll get some more videos out this week for sure. Locals, we're going to test some lists out. All right. Peace, all. Till next time, Shinobi out.